Hello everyone. In this lecture series, the next we are going to see the critical examination in an AI system. So in this series, first we are going to see this concept, followed by we are going to see some other important topics. So first, ethical risk and hallucination in AI system. First, I'm going to give the short introduction. AI hallucination is a confident, fabricated, or inaccurate outputs from the model like LLM. So create a significant ethical and operational risk. The major risks are spreading misinformations, creating false and legal medical evidence, and eroding the trust of the user. That is a very important. That is a major drawback of this. So ethical concern centers on accountability, data privacy, bias, demanding human oversight. So next we are going to see what are the key AI hallucination risk and the consequence. Yeah, the first one, I'm going to before every day in the beginning of the class, I'm going to ask one questions. So based on that answer, we always start the session. So here I'm going to ask, if an AI confidently give you the wrong answer, would you still trust it? So based on this poll, I started this particular session. Yeah. So what are the before that? What are the key AI hallucination risk and the constitution? For an example, I'm going to list out the few points. Then we are come to the dark side of the Gen AI. The dangerous misinformation. For an example, AI can fabricate news, citations, or facts during emergencies. So second in thing is legal and compliance failures. For an example, legal AI may invent non-existent case laws, statutes and rulings. The third one is the medical malpractices, misidentifying or providing incorrect treatment advice based on the hallucinations. The next one is the data and debates security. For an example, hallucinations stemming from training on private, biased or copyrighted data. So the next one is, what are the ethical concerns in an AI systems? So before that, what are the core problems that we have to reduce the false information, reinforce bias, violate privacy, make unsafe decisions. The next we are going to see, what do we mean by AI ethics? So AI ethics ensure AI systems are fair, which means that no discrimination. Second one, it is a transparent. Third one is it should be an accountable. Then fourth one is safe and reliable. Okay, what are we must understand what are the risk in AI system? Yeah, already in the introduction itself, I have discussed these points, but again we are going to recollect it. Bias and discriminations, privacy leakage, misinformations, over reliance on AI, security and misuse. Okay, what is a hallucination in AI in general? So if they ask anybody what is hallucination, if you want to define the hallucination, this is the simple thing. Hallucination occurs when an AI generates confident but incorrect or fabricated information. This is a very important thing. Then why hallucinations are dangerous? Yes, it is very dangerous because in a healthcare it leads to wrong diagnosis. In education, it provides the fault fact informations. In the law, it gives the illegal advice. Then in a business, sometimes it gives the faulty decisions. So these are all very dangerous for the hallucinations. And also, before we are going to see the next slide, I'm going to see some few points of what are the ethical concerns in AI system. For an example, accountability burning, then lack of transparency, manipulation and bias, then anthropomorphism risk. Yeah. I'm going to give one case study. I already discussed in the classroom. This is a scenario, this is an outcome. AI suggests a treatment, response sounds conflict, then information is factually incorrect. This is a scenario. Then what would be happen? Patient risk, loss of trust, then ethical violation. So if we take any case study like this, we can understand the concept even more depth. Yeah, this is the design thinking maps. So empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. For an example, empathize, understand the user impact, define, identify the ethical risk, ideate safety and fairness strategies, prototype, guardrails and validation, finally monitor real world behavior. So this is the quiz. I always ask at the end of the session to interact with the students. So mind map, what are the things that we have discussed about? So I'm going to give a short overview at the end of the session. Thank you.